D&D time. Let's get into it. Let's dive right into this. Welcome back, everyone, to another actual play episode of Console 6. I'm your DM, Lunga. We are back for another session of Icewind Dale, Rime and Frost Maiden with our wonderful players from Start Playing. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter session as I had some stuff to do today, so it's going to be a little about an hour shorter. And we don't have Amaranth tonight. She might pop in, but she's not feeling too well at the moment, so we don't have Amaranth for tonight. But last we left off, our party departed from the lost spire of Netheril heavy with revelation, trudging through Icewind Dale's unrelenting cold as each of them quietly wrestled with what they had learned. Warden felt something ancient and inexplicable shift within him, his internal compass pulling northwest towards a dark tree line past Kelvin's cairn, while Zeraphine clutched a small ivory polar bear figurine and watched her companions with careful eyes. Al, ever a pragmatist, made stew, and their new tiefling companion Amber deflected every question and lobbed her way with the practiced ease of someone who had been doing it for a very long time. The true heart of the evening came when Zeraphine knelt at the edge of the sacred pool beneath Caer Konig's observatory temple and prayed to Celestian, god of stars and wanderers. What followed was nothing short of miraculous, a beam of silver-white light piercing the aurora above, Aurel's eternal winter pausing for one breathless moment, and the arrival of Yorick, a massive and radiant polar bear who pressed his great head tenderly against Seraphine's chest. Her holy symbol bore its first true starlight. In the quiet hours that followed, Al and Amaranth sat together in the dark and traded their grief like a gift. Memories of Damien and Pollen, loves carried alone for far too long, and found, if not peace, then at least company. Now, having fought off Dwarger ambush in an abandoned dwarven mine, recovered a cache of Shardlin shards, and followed a pull of both compasses and armor westward, the party has arrived in Lonelywood. A barkeep named Luna, who's almost certainly something far more than a barkeep, has pointed them towards an ancient elf in the forest north of the Moondial, one who knows the kinds of things that were never written down. Warden has learned that not all compasses point north, and somewhere in the trees ahead, something old is already waiting for them. And that's where we left off. You guys had just spent the night in Lonelywood. Oh no, you're not even in Lonelywood yet. You're in Caer Konig, right? You're still in Caer Konig. You're at the
What? I thought we did make it. No, we are in Lonelywood.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. Yes, you did make it Lonelywood. You talked to Luna. That's right.
Okay.
You did make it Lonely. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I was getting. Sorry. Hey, this is what happens when you rush back in home to do these kind of things. All right. So you guys are at the Lucky Liar. You were talking to Luna last, I believe.
Real quick, I also need to make a correction for last week. I got the timeline wrong of everything that happens in the year. Al's husband died 7 years ago, not 10 years ago.
I said I could adjust it. It's not a big deal.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to say it now, and so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. So you're making it canon now.
It's my fault. Yeah. I got my numbers wrong.
Again, nothing major had happened with the timeline, so I could easily have shifted it to 10. It's not a big deal. It just means you were here for longer, that's all. But anyway, all right, it was 7 years ago when Damien died. So instead of, it's been 10 years, it's been 7 years.
Which, nothing, it doesn't change anything else about what's been
No, not really. It doesn't change anything at all.
It doesn't matter, but...
No,
it's just for nerds. Shit for it over the weekdays.
Oh, what? Don't make me share DMs. Don't make me blast the DMs, Sal. But here we are, the Lucky Liar. You guys were just talking to Luna. You found out all this information, and it is about 7:30 in the evening. You guys did take a long rest before you came here. It is early enough to go to this elf's home if you'd like. Or you could choose to spend a night or do something else while you're here in Lonelywood. Completely up to you guys. I hand it off to you to make your choices.
Then I guess Natasha will approach Zeraphine and ask Zeraphine, so I'd like to continue that conversation I wanted to have with you earlier today. If you don't mind, if you're not too busy.
Of course. What is it you want to speak about?
So let's go sit down or something. Rather not stay up while talking. I'm just gonna move to this table.
Sit over there with you.
I just was curious about the ways of casting magic. How you would.
Yes. And she excitedly goes to grip her wooden amulet. She goes, "Yes, it is a power gifted to me by Celestian and by all of the ancestors of the Night Oracles. Because I am one of the chosen children of the Far Wanderer on the pilgrimage, I am able to practice my powers and help them grow." Did that answer your question?
No, it does not answer exactly my question. It's more about the process in which you come upon casting spells that I'm curious about. Are you simply just channeling your god's powers, or what's the method you're using?
Serene thinks about that. Would she understand?
Oh yeah. She definitely knows. She definitely knows as a cleric that her powers come from Celestian. Now you guys haven't heard, like, no one's like had a commune. I mean, that's very rare to begin with. But no one's had a commune with Celestian, and most people don't even know Celestian except for a few tribes like yours.
Random,
So to a lot of people, no one said it because they haven't been rude, but a lot of people are kind of like, so you guys are praying to a dead god or one that doesn't even really exist, that kind of thing. But you, as far as your faith, you believe, your powers come wholly from Celestian. Even though you haven't heard from him directly, that's where your powers come from.
I know where it comes from, and I know that he resides in the Astral Sea. So as far as Seraphine is concerned, that power comes from the Astral Sea.
Yeah. That works for me.
I explain that. I explain that to Natasha.
Yes. Natasha will just continue to bother you about the ways you cast certain spells for like a bunch of maybe like half an hour.
Sleep. And I demonstrate on like a patronage. I cast sleep on them and see the little stardust, the little sandman dust. Like this.
Cue Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, I know you cannot cast this spell right now, but could you tell me on how you would go about casting Revivify?
Oof. That is very powerful. I haven't attempted it. I feel like I haven't, especially with my first starlight. I could try. I think I could. I have the diamond dust. It is something I would need to power it. And a very powerful prayer. But I think I could.
Oh. We need to find you more diamond dust so that you can actually cast it, I believe.
It might not be enough, no.
I was just simply curious on the ways that you would go about casting the spell if you had said diamond dust.
Oh, like what do you mean? Like how she would what it would look like?
Yeah, what it would look like. Like what would you like draw a circle? Would you like just say a prayer? How would you present the diamond dust to cast the component for the spell?
Do it like we did before. Why am I forgetting his name? The kobold.
Drax, oh my god.
Trax.
I would like Trax. Right. I would do it like I did with the tourmaline with Trax. I would sprinkle it over your body. Seraphine trying not to think about her friends being dead. And I would hold my amulet like so, and I would pray. And hopefully you would breathe again. I think. Seraphine genuinely actually doesn't know what it would look like. She's just kind of guessing.
Natasha seems to be really thinking about things here for like a good minute without saying anything.
It is the same sort of with my lesser healing. I hold my amulet, I send a prayer, and I am able to cure wounds. Death is a big wound, so...
Right. Well, thank you for your time, Zerfine. That was really helpful.
Yes.
Oh.
As you guys are talking, Luna does come over with a couple of drinks, and she places them down, kind of wipes the table a little bit. Talking about cleric spells, I see.
Yes, I was simply curious about them.
Have you heard of Celestian?
Ah, yes. Like I said, I'm familiar with Celestian. More than most are nowadays, but I remember.
Seraphin just kind of smiles hearing about that.
And she kind of like looks at Natasha, and her one eyebrow kind of goes up. What does a wizard have a curiosity about Revivify for?
I'm simply curious about healing magic and such. I do know a little bit about it. And I have been raised by a cleric.
Well, yes, everyone knows Zev and his amazing daughter, of course.
With me having focused my training to wizardly magic, I wanted to know a bit more about clericy magic. That is all simple curiosity, nothing more.
Seraphine is just downing her mug while they're talking.
Yeah. She just kind of taps the table. Well, you guys enjoy. If you need anything else, let me know. She goes back behind the bar.
As she goes back between the bar, Natasha will just get up and, I hope you guys are staying in town, that we're not doing that thing yet. I'll be right back. And Natasha will just leave.
Well, speaking of not doing that thing, I was about to say, while you two were talking, I was talking with everyone else who was sitting here up at the bar about, all right, well, what's our next move? Do we want to go find this thing for you, Warden, or are we continuing on our path down to, why can't I think of what it's called? The Sunblight? I mean, we've kind of reached ish where we want to go. Or are we going to continue north?
Let's see.
Are we gonna commit yourselves to the signature, or are we gonna save the orphanage?
Save the orphanage? What?
Sorry, I was reminded of something else.
No one has input.
I mean, I'm Seraphine's fine. She's in the place that she was basically at the beginning. She's fine to go anywhere right now. Because she's got her starlight, so she's
And Amaranth will be pretty much just like I'll just say very sure. Well, I'll go wherever you guys need me to go. I really don't have anywhere else to go except be with you guys. So.
Well, I think the biggest question mark is with you, Warden. This person said that there was a thing somewhere around here for you. Or a person somewhere around here for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
What?
We're at the Lonelywood for the armor.
We're at the Lonelywood Tavern right now.
For the armor.
For some reason, I thought we were in Caerdonville.
I could have sworn.
No,
we
we're only
did we did Otto's cash like on the way here, and that was in the very center of the 10 towns.
Just an out of character thing. I thought this. Sorry.
like out of character. I was just like, oh.
Wait, so we're not there? Okay. Yeah. Well, I wanna find, what I want to find this. I want to find myself. And fix this armor.
Alright. Well, how far out of Lonelywood is this elf's house gonna be?
Luna's talking to you, and she's listening to you guys, and she sighs. Like I said, it's not that far of a walk past the moon dial. The moon dials, you guys have been there. I know you guys have. That's only about 30 minutes from here. I would say.
It's quite close. Okay.
Yes. It's fairly close. Finding this elf's home shouldn't be too much of a walk. I believe your hearts and souls will guide you there. You'll know where to go. So less than an hour to find it.
We should start searching then.
Yeah, I guess. I'm
Okay.
quite relieved it's close, because if it was far away, we might as well do Ravel's End at that point, and if we're out there, then we might as well go to the Dark Duchess, and that's gonna take forever.
Okay. Before we do that, we're gonna follow Natasha, who is doing something on their own right now. Let's bring Natasha here. I think as an observer, you all should see it, even if I don't put your tokens on the map. Let me try it. I keep forgetting if that always works. But let me know if you guys can see the scene once I activate it here.
That reminds me that I need to fix that for my own game.
I'm just at a gray screen right now. Oh, never mind. We're good.
Okay. So do you guys see the scene, or is it a black screen?
I see it.
Yeah.
I can see
You see it? Okay, cool. All right, I have it set up right then. Okay. So yeah, Natasha, why don't you tell us what's going on with Natasha right now as she left everybody at the Lucky Liar?
And Natasha is making her way back to her father's home, or I guess it's her home now. And she will...
Yes, another homeowner here in the Icewind Dale. You and me.
Hey.
Last time she didn't really went through herself. She was sad, unfocused. She couldn't bring herself to look through all the things of her father's. So now that time has passed, she had time to reflect on things, and she's more calm. She's actually gonna take the time and go look through all the things to see if there's anything she missed.
Okay. So yeah, Natasha, you can give me an investigation. Since it's your father's home, you know where all his stuff was. Give me an investigation with advantage.
Investigation with advantage.
DC 8.
Oh, that's fair.
All right, cool. Yeah. So as you're going through, you find a bunch of bits and baubles and things like that, of your father's. A lot of stuff that he. Some of them are keepsakes, but you get to a section of a trunk. As you're looking at it, you're realizing, you have still a lot of work here. You have put off going through his things, which a lot of people do when they lose a loved one, especially like a parent. And there's some stuff here that you might want to save. There's some stuff that can be discarded, like his clothing obviously could probably be left to the poor or needy. That's not something you necessarily need. But there's some other stuff you'd like to keep. But you see a section of the trunk that has some of his clerical stuff. You find some of his journals, which are kind of like papers on clerical works that he's had published over the years, and correspondence with contemporaries and things like that. You find his amulet. His original amulet, because he had a newer one, because with his advanced age, obviously one amulet is going to wear out after a while. So the original one he had when he was a youth, first became a cleric, is there. The other one is buried with him, obviously, when you guys buried him.
Right.
And you do find you find a couple bottles of ink and quills and some blank pieces of parchment, but you find one that is rolled up with a seal, and the moment you touch it, you realize that this is magical. Without even having to cast a detect magic spell, you recognize it immediately.
I will unravel it and read what's written on the paper then.
Yeah. So you look at it, and it's not a spell that you would necessarily ever have associated with your father. But it's a necromancy spell. And as you open it up and you look at it, you realize that this is a spell of raise dead.
Raise dead?
Yes.
Raise dead, the 5th level cleric spell?
Yeah.
Yes. Was that the spell, or was there a different one?
No, there was a different one. There's many spells. There's Raise Dead, there's Animate Dead, there's
Animate Dead.
Many...
That's the one. Sorry, Animate Dead.
Oh.
I was like, Raise Dead. That is quite the spell.
Yeah, that's
yes. That was a 5th level spell. That is way beyond. Yes, Animate Dead. That's the one. That's the one.
Yes.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
So yes, and you find the DM uses some of Natasha's chronomancy magic and rewinds it. You find a scroll of Animate Dead. So it's still something you would not have associated with your father.
It's not something I associated with him, but he was an elf, and elves lives a very long time, and he was old. Maybe there's a past there that Natasha doesn't know about. She'd look at the papers, the parchments, the ink that's left here. She will sit down at the table, put the inks on one side, the papers on the other, bring the scrolls closer to her, look at it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. She'd take a quill. She takes her spell book, and she will scribe in the spell.
Okay. And I believe this takes also an hour for you to work on it.
3 hours, because it's a
3
third
hours.
level. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, I will say a little bit of time has passed. You guys at the inn or at the Lucky Liar were having your discussion. We'll say about a half hour has passed at this point. And, oops, went too far. Minutes, not hours, damn it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it's about 8 p.m., about a half hour has passed. You guys haven't heard or seen hide or hair of Natasha. So let's we'll go back to you guys over there.
Seraphine keeps looking out the window to see if she sees any sign of Natasha coming back. You know, earlier at the table, I was trying to explain how I am able to heal and cast the magic that I'm able to cast. I don't know if I answered the questions correctly, but I wonder, do you think Natasha might be interested in Celestian?
Sure. Yeah, that's probably what that is.
Are any of you curious about the powers of the cleric as well?
What does she look like?
The table is deathly quiet.
I love Amber just like, excuse me?
Excuse me?
I love that.
Either way, I don't think there's a lot of adventuring we're gonna do without our wizard.
And just keep in mind,
do we
you
want
guys aren't
to
just going to visit this elf.
Yeah.
You do have the option to go on your own if you'd like, while Natasha is doing what she's doing, or you can look for Natasha. That is, both options are open to you.
I was just about to bring that up. Do we want to start looking for them, or do we just say this is their hometown, they know where they are, let's get our things done?
They said they would be right back, so perhaps we could
Right
just
back?
Oh. Is that, or perhaps just back at some point? But Gordon, the elf, we could go go and meet, and try to see if we can fix it. Did we want to go now, or did we want to go seek out Natasha? Seem to be determined to looking for something, and they want to be alone.
Warden?
Sorry, I didn't understand. What did you say?
Oh,
You're quite distracted today. Yeah, we
didn't
can hear
understand
you.
you.
Or at least I can hear you. It's just we're quite distracted today, it seems.
Should we go and ahead to see the elf? Natasha seems to want to be alone right now.
Is that not normal?
What
For
do you
Natasha?
mean?
Yes, it's very normal.
Oh,
Wanting to be
I don't
alone, so-
know what's normal for Natasha. I feel like I've only ever known Crystal Natasha. Like, what
For a
is
minute, I
what
was
is the
thinking crystal meth.
baseline? Jesus Christ!
God damn.
What is Natasha's baseline? Is it like always disinterested in like, you know?
To seek knowledge.
Oh,
I think.
Well, they're also definitely someone who doesn't wear emotions on their sleeve like a lot of the rest of us.
yeah. Like, was that the crystal talking, or?
I don't know.
Warden, go ahead and give me an insight.
Okay. Let me see here.
Big money.
Nope, not intelligence. Insight.
Yeah, DC 12.
Oh, yay!
Ooh,
There you
nice.
go. Yeah, Warden. So you are very confused about this, and you're discussing with your friends, but you start to think back. Also, as you think about this, you think about when you first met Natasha, and everything you guys have been through, and since the crystal. As you ask, is this her baseline? You realize that there were certain elements of Natasha that have been there throughout. But you also realize that when they had that crystal, there was certain elements of their personality that came to the forefront and overrode all the other parts of their personality. So while, yes, that kind of disinterest and focus on just what they needed or what was on their mind is a part of Natasha's personality, it is not the whole of Natasha. And you start to think back of times in Bremen and Bryn Shander before the crystal and kind of the more things, even though it was still some danger, it was a little bit more lighthearted and the world was new for everybody's adventures out here together for the first time doing things. And you remember the sadness in their eyes, but also relief in their eyes after you guys escaped the Nautiloid and all that they learned. And you could see the sadness in their eyes, even though she tried to mask it inside the spire when finding, her team mostly dead. And you come to the realization that no, this is not Natasha's baseline. While yes, Natasha saying I have something to do is kind of on character for her. It's also odd that what you know of what Natasha has been outside of the crystal, that she would do this now. And disappear for this long. And you don't know. All Natasha said was, I'll be back. She didn't really say where she was going. You all assume it's still in Lonelywood. Did you say going? Oh, you did. Did you say you were going back to your father's house or not? I don't think you did.
I haven't said where I was going. No.
No, you didn't. Yeah. But yeah. So that's where you're at with that, Warden.
Okay.
Right, we know 3 places maximum of where they could possibly be, and beyond that, we got no clue. So,
I'm just, I'm the crown of showing lack of understanding of empathy. Maybe so they need time. They've been through a lot.
Yes.
They could just really enjoy some time alone.
Aye, they were
I
also
think so.
crystallized while we were here the first time, and their father figure passed.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to handle those things. It's not something I can hit with a sword. I can't kill sadness. But if I could, I feel like I would.
We could always
If
try to
anyone could
replace
kill
it,
sadness, this would be a very different world.
I would tank sadness so hard.
I would tank.
Alright, well, I'm ready to get moving.
Yes. I'm very curious to learn what it is that we are seeking here, so let us continue.
So what do you guys want to do?
To the elf, I think.
Yeah, I think we decided we're going to the elf.
Go to try to find
Amaranth. Amaranth. You know what? And she kind of looks at Al. The look in her eyes, Al. You kind of recognize the sadness from the previous night. She's like, I think I'm just gonna stay here for a little while, and maybe if Natasha comes back, I don't want her to think that we all just left them. So I'm just gonna stay here in case Natasha comes back for now.
Oh, this is a good idea.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so the four of you, Warden, Zeraphine, Al, and Amber, are all heading to find this home.
We're all we need. We'll survive just fine.
All right, so we will do this. So we'll make another half hour go by as you guys start to explore. Natasha, you started at 7:30ish, so 8:30, 9:30. So around 10:30 p.m. Whenever we get to that, that's when you'll be ready to do your scroll and do the roll for it.
All right.
And the rest of you kind of meander through the Lonelywood Forest as you did before, remembering the white moose and all the drama you dealt with. And you've kind of followed your footsteps to the Elven Tomb. And you did walk by the Elven Tomb and you kind of wistfully look at it. You remember it. You see the sarcophagus of Sonar still open. If you're quick-eyed, you can kind of see Sonar still laying within it, as the last order was to go lay down, and that's what Sonar is doing, laying inside there.
We've only leveled up one time since we've last been here, that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah. And you take a look at the architecture, and you can kind of admire how beautiful the architecture is and ancient of this elven tomb and the crystal gnomon and the other things that are there. And then let me get my notes here.
Seraphine's just looking up proudly at the statue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have that. I'm sure you're holding that quite close.
Very proud. Yeah.
To yourself. Let me put the correct people here on the map, as it's only 4 of you. And it is quite dark at this point, so once I open up the map, it's dark as you're going through the forest. I don't know if you want to waste your spell, or if Warden, you just want to have a torch. That's an option, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
Amaranth is in here, so Amaranth doesn't need it. Warden is the only one that can't see in the darkness. But yeah, as the forest grows quieter and quieter, deeper you go. Not the silence of absence, but maybe a tension. And move the time a little bit. This takes you guys a little bit longer to get there. Okay. The trees here are ancient by Icewind Dale standards, their trunks broad and dark, their roots lifting the frozen ground in long ridge lines like the backs of sleeping giants. Snow has been cleared from a path here, meticulously. not by weather, but by intention. I would say Al immediately would notice this with their tracking skills, and you guys would kind of start to follow that. It starts to go up kind of a hillside, and you guys followed along for a little while. And ahead, half buried in a hillside, almost invisible until you are nearly upon it, is a low stone structure. It is old, the same dressed stone as the elven tomb you've seen before, shaped with the same slender, precise hand. But this is not a tomb. Smoke rises from a clay chimney. The smell of hot metal drifts through the cold air. And set into the door at eye height is a symbol, carved in relief, of a full moon with 7 stars arcing above it. If anyone wants to do any checks here, they're welcome to.
Because I kind of remember it, sort of. Was it that like Saloon?
Oh yeah, this year we did, yeah, Salune, right? Which is what the the armor is from. Goddess of the moon, and all other things like that. Al, as you walk by, you see that the windows, there is a bit of the curtains are kind of drawn, but there's a sliver to where you can kind of see through a little bit into the home. And as you look in there, you can see it's kind of a modest home. You see, like a desk with some items. Then as you kind of peer through, you see an elf. You would say, just from especially your age as being a halfling, you would recognize this as an much older elf. But as we know, elves don't necessarily look old, per se. Right. But you can tell that this elf is older than most elves that you would run across. He's got kind of silver white hair, and he's just sitting in an easy chair reading a book by the fire.
I think Al's not going to steal more than a quick glance, so that they don't look just like hella suspicious being outside.
Yeah, and like I said, the curtains are drawn, so you're kind of looking through like a sliver, that the curtain is like, there's like an inch to where the curtains weren't closed all the way. So it's not like a wide open window,
All right.
Since you were looking around,
just gonna stand there. Or are you gonna?
Those were free.
You can go ahead.
You can go ahead and give me a perception check as well, Al. Since you were already looking around and curious.
Check. I will take you up on that, except it'll be at disadvantage because I am so fucking tired.
You are exhausted. Yes.
All right.
That's a 3.
Oof.
No.
Yeah, you recognize the symbol that's on the armor, and the stones kind of look like the one at the tomb, marking elvish craftsmanship, but that's about it. Other than that,
this is probably
you yawn. But if anyone else wants to follow that up with an either Arcana or Religion check, you can.
Oh, try maybe a Religion check. Yeah,
Is anything Al doing prompt you to want to do this to look closer, Zerfine?
That Al's like kind of moving around.
I think the only thing Al would say about it is like, this is definitely our elf.
I would probably try to see if Zerfine has probably heard stories of coming across like symbols of different kind of religions and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the place that's currently occupied by the symbol, the person might not be currently worshiping them. So she might maybe make a religion check to see if it's like, it's like well kept or something, or if it seems like deteriorated.
I like that. You get to do it with advantage.
Advantage? Oh heck yeah. I have a +0. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Don't forget to guide yourself.
Hey, guidance.
13. Yeah, guidance. You're gonna need it.
Thank you. Guidance. Here we go.
Come on, hit a 15.
There you go. Hey, All right. So with a 17, with that last minute guidance, you see Zerfine squinting, and Al's kind of looking at her, and he elbows her, and you see her cast a quick spell, and then she starts squinting again.
I have to lock in. Gotta lock in.
Yeah. So you notice that the carvings on the building's stone exterior are not purely decorative. They're a continuous band of interconnected imagery: crescent, half moon, full moon, phases repeating in sequence. And as you surmised earlier, you know that it has to do with selenite work. But it's also been worked with a subtle enchantment, a mild abjuration, the same type as the statues guarding the elven tomb in the forest. The workshop is under the same ancient protection as that elven tomb was. Whatever built the tomb and whatever lives here now are not unrelated.
The elf that is presiding here, very powerful protection, similar to the tombs. It is connected, carried over somehow, but it is very, very present.
I'm assuming you're up by the door too, as you're
at
the stone.
Yeah. Was whispering to Al.
All right. Well, that doesn't change my mind on whether or not I think we're gonna knock on the door.
And as you say that, Al, the door opens before you even start to knock. Your hand's up as you're looking to Zeraphine saying that, and you lift your hand up like you're about to start knocking, and the door opens.
Oh.
If you're
figure
a quarter of a second later, you might have been getting knocked in a place where you did not want to get knocked.
Would have been real awkward.
As you get a clearer view, as you get a clearer view of this elf, aside from your peeping through a 1-inch slit in the curtains, you see the figure in the frame is tall for an elf, or perhaps it's simply that he stands without any of the slight accommodations most people make to a doorway, as though he expects the door frame to account for itself. His hair is silver white, his eyes are the color of overcast sky, and they go immediately to the bundle that Warden is carrying, and not to all your faces. And there's just a silence that hangs in the air for a moment. And then he looks up and he's like, "You found it in the spire." And you guys realize that this was not a question. This was a statement. And his gaze finally moves over to you, specifically to you, Warden. And he studies you for a moment with an expression that's not quite recognition, but it's not surprised either. And he kind of steps aside. "Well, come inside. I'm afraid I only have one chair. I don't have many guests."
Oh, good, because I literally cannot see outside.
Especially in the dark.
Hello, my name is Al. These are my friends, and you've already walked away. Okay, well,
he did let you guys in. He looks at you and he's like, "Yes, my name is Aaron Dath. Welcome to my home. But I felt your arrival coming, so I'm not surprised as to see you here." And he looks at Warden and you see him kind of like do that little kind of like rock movement with his hand. He's like, "Well, hand it over. Let me take a look at it."
Are you friends with the barkeeper in town?
Barkeep in town?
Hi.
I've known a few barkeeps there.
Okay, so no, you two have no relation. Got it.
None that I know.
Don't mind me then.
I visit the town from time to time, but I wouldn't say I'm necessarily friendly. I'm not unfriendly.
Don't worry.
But I wouldn't say I'm friendly with anyone to know the
insight check.
Room, the women there. I know the owner is Danae Zottel. That's the only person I know is the owner of the Lucky Liar. What were you saying, Zeraphine?
I was just saying, like, insight check.
Insight?
He actually has probably. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe he does. Let's see. Erinda.
Oh, that's real good.
That's a nice one. Okay. Let's see here.
And
Okay. Yeah. As you you look at him, nothing in his eyes speaks of deception. This almost looks like an elf that, especially with a 26, that looks incapable of lying. Almost like lying.
Disinterested in lying.
Like lying would almost injure him. Like it's an affront to his senses to lie. He would rather not speak on something than to lie on it. And I would say, as you kind of look at it, one thing you kind of notice a flicker about him, almost kind of a silvery flicker. Kind of intensifies for 1 second, but then it disappears.
Oh. Seraphine notices that and then immediately starts to look around the room and trying to see if she notices anything else peculiar about this space, about this person.
Yeah, I can keep that with your insight check, since it's such a high roll. The room looks pretty mundane. I mean, it's a little slightly more lavish, I would say, than the average Lonelywood home. As more people there, they don't have quite as much money as others to build their homes. They're more
nice.
Utilitarian. But this is not, I would say it's not surprising for an elf, especially an older elf, as they're probably more wealthy. But like I said, it's simple for an elf, but lavish for a Lonelywood commoner. Let's just put it that way. But for an elf, it does look pretty simple. And as you look at it, the furnishings sparse. There's a hearth with a fire burning. There's a nice rug. It looks very well embroidered, probably expensive. Some nice chairs. Really nice. You do see a work table with some drafts and drafting tools. Like as someone who would be kind of a craftsman would own. Through the door, through the opening here, you kind of see just a modest kitchen with a closed door at the other end that you would easily probably assume is probably his bedroom. But other than that, the room is unremarkable.
I just stay quiet, but I keep close attention to him.
Let me give you this too. I was looking for this, and this is what I missed. But when you saw that flicker of light, Seraphine, you something about Aaron Death. It doesn't sit right, but not like in a bad way.
Yeah,
he is still in the way that most creatures aren't. Not the stillness of age or patience, but the stillness of something large that is choosing to hold itself very carefully. His voice is normal. Everything about him is exactly correct. And you realize as you kind of look at him, that's what's wrong. He is performing elderly moon elf the way an actor performs a role they've done for 4 centuries, perfectly without thinking, but a performance nonetheless.
There's no personality to it.
Again, this is only because you had such a high roll. You like I said, anyone else look at him would not even doubt that this is an elderly moon elf. The performance is so good. But you, as you're really looking at him, you realize that this is somewhat a performance. There's nothing malicious about it or nefarious about it. He's more than he appears to be.
I know of secrets. I will keep this one for now.
Warden, were you giving him the armor, or were you saying something first?
Yes. No, I just pull it out of my back.
Okay.
And hand it to him.
All right.
I mean, I guess while you're handing it over, Al is gonna just start questioning this elf. So we were told that you're some sort of great smith in these parts. You do a lot of metalwork, or how long have you been working?
As you asked that, Al, his eyes are down. He's holding the armor, right? And he kind of places it over the back of the chair. And he's kind of inspecting, and his eyes are down on the armor while you're talking. And he's looking at it, and he doesn't say anything. It's only probably about 5-6 seconds, but to you it feels like an eternity as the silence of you finish speaking. The silence just hangs there.
Al is so out of their comfort zone right now.
And then
I'm just like, all right, this is not going how I thought it was gonna.
And then you see his eyes move past the armor, and not to your face, but behind you to your bag. And he starts to speak like he didn't even acknowledge what you just said. There's a short sword. The broken one. May I see it?
Well, I mean, I was trying to like figure out your credentials first. I mean, yeah, yes, I do have something like that, but
and he does the same hand motion that he did with Warden. Come on, let's see it.
I kind of look at Al. I'll shoot him a look, and I'll just go. Perhaps this elf has more to offer than just his smithing help. Perhaps some more insight onto our journey so far. You know of the spires, so.
Arendat just gives kind of a soft smile. Not a warm smile, but just kind of like a matter-of-fact smile. Yes. Pardon me. Yeah, of course, I am a blacksmith. I've been a blacksmith for over 400 years. If that helps ease your worries in any way. And he kind of looks at you puzzled, like, why are you even asking this question? You came to me. I didn't ask
Well,
you.
yeah, but we like just met. We haven't even like confirmed who you are, you know,
Well,
and
do you
you're
make
just
a
started
habit?
taking our stuff.
Do you make a habit of going to the house of a blacksmith without confirming he is a blacksmith? Or you came here for some reason, I'm assuming. And I am going to be quite honest with you. I am 100% certain it has to do with this piece of armor.
I just followed my heart.
He gives another one of those smiles. Yes, of course. And that is why you're here. And he looks back at Al. Now, would you be as forthcoming as your friend here?
Yeah.
I nod.
Yeah,
I nod to
sure.
Al. I just nod.
And they will. Begrudgingly isn't really the right word, but like confusedly, maybe. Start digging through their pack to grab the broken sword. It's still wrapped in cloth, but without taking out, they will hand it over.
Yeah, he takes it without waiting for you to even say anything, as he sees your mouth start to speak. But he takes it, and not roughly, but he takes it from you, and he opens up the cloth and he turns it once, and you notice that the break is not what he's looking at first. He looks at the whole blade, the way a physician looks at a person before noting a wound, taking the full measure before narrowing to the damage. Then he looks at the break. His thumb traces the edge of it slowly, and he is still for longer than it seems necessary. Again, that uncomfortable silence, how it hangs there for a moment. And when he looks up, he does not look up at the sword. He looks at you, Al. This was a commendation, given to someone who earned it. And then another one of those pauses. That person is gone. And you realize again, he didn't phrase this as a question. The sword carried their absence for a long time before it carried yours. By the end, it was carrying both. And steel, even good steel, has a limit for what it can hold. You see him set it down before the armor, and he has the hilts kind of pointed towards you, Al. It did not break in a fight. It broke because it had already been broken, slowly from the inside. The fight was just when it finally showed. And he kind of does another one of those little quick smiles, and he looks up at all of you, taking you all in, and then he looks back to Al. It is different now than when it broke. So are you. Maybe it's time it shows its new self. He kind of says this plainly, the way you would note a property of metal. Then he turns back to the armor and continues his examination of it.
Seraphine starts examining his workshop table over here.
Yeah, you
Just
notice
picking up things.
Yeah, you see some drawings, and he kind of notes you for a moment, and I would say you kind of notice a smile. He notice he already knows you're not trying to be.
No.
You're not. It's not like you're thieving. You're curious,
No,
and
I'm just very curious.
he recognizes that you're curious, and he continues to look at the armor, and he's quiet for a long moment, and then he turns back and to the armor again, and he begins to speak without looking at any of you. This is not a simple thing you have brought me. The metalwork is Netherese. The techniques died with the Empire 2,000 years ago. There are perhaps a handful of beings left in Faerun who would recognize what they are looking at. I happen to be one of them. He pauses again, one of those long pauses to let the words just hang in the air. Every time you see one,
years old.
No, he said the armor is 2,000 years old.
Seraphine is like, you don't see her react as much, but she still is staring at him, very fascinated.
Sorry, Warden's under the impression that for him to recognize and be able to distinguish what it is and how to work with it, he would have to have been really freaking old.
Oh, gotcha. And he kind of gives you one of those smiles again. He's like, oh, that's neither here nor there. But at any rate, you see he kind of traces one finger along the edge of the pauldron without touching it. He's also spent those 2,000 years in deep ice, which means it has been doing something armor should not do, absorbing. Cold at that depth and duration does not simply damage. It changes the nature of the metal at a level that cannot be addressed with heat and hammer alone. You see him straighten. And he kind of, smooth his leather apron out that you notice he's wearing. The blessing is still in it, faint but present. That is the only reason this is possible at all. Selune's mark on a thing does not fully leave it, even after 2 millennia. What I have to do is restore the metal to a state where the blessing can breathe again. For that, I'll need 3 things that I do not have here. And he looks at each of you in turn, measuring. The first is a dragon scale.
Oh.
The second is a moonstone that formed naturally, not mined, not cut, but not touched by a craftsman's hand. And somewhere the moon's influence crystallized on its own terms. And he pauses again with those long pauses.
What was the last thing? Sorry?
The moon crystallizes on its own terms.
Somewhere where the moon's influence crystallized on its own terms. Something that remembers her. An object that held Selune's light long enough to carry the shape of it. You will know it when you find it. And he turns back to the armor. Bring me those things.
I feel like we have some dragon scales, though.
Dragon scales.
We just killed a dragon. We have its head.
Yeah, you indeed do have a dragon scales. Yes, you do have some dragon scales.
Wait, we do.
Seraphine. You give me give me another insight check. Give me another insight check.
Insight check.
Yes.
Okay. Guidance. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Come on. Ooh, that's a low roll.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's it was a 12. So you just made it over. If you want to do guidance, you can. But you just made it over without the guidance. Yeah. So you're thinking about your early days and the dragon scale. You guys have one. Natasha kept one. I think you guys found a couple of them, and I think someone else has one in their bag as well. But I definitely noticed at least one dragon scale Natasha has. And you think of the second item, he said. It's a moonstone that formed naturally, not mined, not cut, not touched by a craftsman's hands. And being out here in the Dale for as long as you have with your tribe and things like knucklehead trout is a very is the fish of this area. Even those outside of the 10 towns, anywhere there's water, you guys can fish. And you guys have your tribe has gotten knucklehead trout, and you remember that some knucklehead trout will form things like moonstones in their gut, similarly in a way that oysters form pearls.
Oh my god.
Nice. And I get my bag of holding. And I start digging in. I just start digging in.
Right here.
right now. She's doing it immediately.
This is all happens in Zerfine's head. None of you realize what's going on. You just see Zerfine digging through her bag.
And then I get out my plaque and I start shaking it. I start shaking the knucklehead plaque and listening.
Yeah, you definitely hear something rattling around in there.
Is there a way for me to try to see what's in there without destroying it, or would I have to try to break it open?
It is sealed. You would have to cut it open.
I would have to cut it open. What was his name? Let me give a quick prayer before I destroy his work.
Jeez, that was a way back. That was.
I have it. I have it.
Rourke? Was it Rourke?
I have it in my thing. It's his name was Knucklehead.
I think it was Rourke.
It was preserved by Scrimsax and Brinshander.
Scrimsax. Okay, that's what it was. Scrimsax.
Yeah. I say thank you, Scrimsax. I will forever be grateful for my first ever knucklehead trout. Even though I did not make the same noises as the one in the tavern, I'm so grateful. And I go on to destroy it with my warhammer.
Well, here, are you going to use your warhammer? I will give you an option to use a knife to make a surgical cut. If you'd like, it would be a skill check. Or if you want to use your hammer, go ahead.
Zerfine would think to do that. I think she'd think to use her warhammer.
Well, how about this? Yeah, then you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, use your warhammer. Unless you want to roll for that decision, you can do that too. But if you want to use your warhammer, feel free.
50-50. 50-50. I roll a d4.
They never said the size. It could be ground to dust with this warhammer, and would be okay.
That is good.
You guys, the thing is, Warden, none of you know what she's doing. You just know she's gone through a bag, pulled out this knucklehead trout, and is now aiming her warhammer at it. That's all any of you know is happening at this moment.
You know what? Yeah, let's send it.
I have full confidence in Zerfine. I trust her completely.
I got this. I'll smash it just enough to not smash the moonstone.
I'm not even going to question it.
Is that a skill check?
It's a pretty big trout, and a moonstone's small. You go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. It's only going to be a DC 8.
DC 8. Okay. I'm not terrible, but I will give myself guidance before this. During the prayer, I give myself guidance.
The little prayer. She holds up the hammer above her head, her eyes closed.
Thank you, Scrimsax.
Yes, it's the Scrimsax prayer. There you go. That's your guidance.
Okay. It was sleight of hand. Here we go. +2. Plus a d4. Oh no! Let's send it. Let's go.
Okay,
Not
so
great,
you
guys.
I see 2 d4s. Okay.
So just
8.
Six
Oh well,
total.
it's still well. Okay, no.
Or
Well,
8 total.
I see,
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 8, and it was a DC 8.
Oh, it was.
Yes, you do manage to smash this thing, and pieces of it fly through the entire home. Arendath is like surprised, shocked from when you see him duck as a head of a knucklehead trout flies over him. Bits of this preserved fish are hitting the rest of you as it flies through the room. Still no one, again, is even certain why this is happening. And as you do that, you hear this like a marble rolling, Zerfine. And at first you don't know where it's going. You hear it rolling around the room as it kind of goes around here and goes to the corner over here. And you hear it dunk hit the corner. And as you bend down and look, you kind of hold it up to the light and you see it has this iridescent moonlight glow. It is a stone.
I know it. Here. And I go to bring it over to the elf.
Oh, well.
The elf.
That is quite serendipitous. And he takes it over. Well, thank you. Then I just need the dragon scale and this, something that the moon's influence crystallized on its own. Again, I can't tell you what that would be. You would have to kind of figure it out on your own. But you'll know it, like I said, you'll know it when you see it. Did anyone have a dragon scale, or was Natasha's the only one?
Al was sure to grab some dragon scales as well.
I have a dragon eyeball.
Yeah, you have the eyeball. That I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 6 total, I thought, remember?
Yeah, like I said, I knew you guys had some. I just don't know who's carrying them all. I know Natasha just asked. I think Natasha only asked for one.
I only took one.
I'm pretty sure I am.
I don't have any.
But yeah, so yeah, if you guys want to hand him over a dragon scale, you can. He'll take that. Well, there you go. You are 2 out of 3, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Now, go ahead, Warden.
We need to find you something that looks as though it's been smiled upon by the goddess Saloon.
Yes, and he looks over to Zeraphine. She seems the pious one. She'll understand what I mean. And he kind of looks at you puzzically. You seem to have found something that you knew was close to your god recently, have you not?
Yes, and I hold the statue close.
Well, those of the astral plane know those of the astral plane. Perhaps he could help you.
Seraphine thinks about that.
And Aaron just stands there looking at everyone.
Well, there is the oh gosh, why am I forgetting what it's called? The area that it's quite nearby. That we had to open up the tomb with the moonlight.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Death looks at you, Al, by the way, as he walks by. He's like, come with me a moment, Halfling.
Oh my god. Okay. Al is like so confused and suspicious of all of this right now.
Yeah.
I grab Al on the shoulder before he walks away, and I just kind of whisper real quick. He's kind, true, but he is not what he seems. He is something else. That is all. But we can trust, I think. And then I let him go.
I'll just kind of nod along.
He kind of opens his back door and he nods. Follow me.
Oh, okay.
As you walk out the back door, you see another large building behind his home, hidden. It is literally hidden among the trees. The only way you could see this is if you were flying above or came through his home. You see these 2 large oaken doors. You see him pull out a key ring and some keys. And he unlocks the door. And he opens it and he waves his hand in and he's like, does this satisfy your concerns? As you see this massive, very large smithery, with gleaming tools made of the best materials, and a glow in the forge.
It's nice to know, but I'm not quite. You know a lot, and that is quite worrying.
In these times,
really, that's not. Please continue.
In these times, I could understand how that would worry people, especially with Orl's blight upon the land. I come from a time and place where maybe things were kinder, and beings of power use that power to help. At least that's how my people were. Maybe I'm a holdover of a different time, but know that what I'm doing here, I do not have to do. I did not even have to open my door, Goldberry. And I am not asking
it's
any
that
payment
shit.
for this.
I hadn't told you my last name, and you just knew it. So, like,
Oh my god!
it's that right there.
Strike number 3, dude.
Well, I've been in the Dale before 10 towns were even built, Goldberry. And while I don't befriend and sit in taverns with people, I've been in and out of the 10 towns enough to know its comings and goings. You've been here for nearly a decade. This is known. There was also some brouhaha recently in East Haven. People with a keen eye will pick up on these things. And while I don't involve myself in the politics of 10 towns, with my close proximity to them, I keep myself educated on its intricacies. And he does look at you and he's like, well, I don't know what else I can tell you to make you trust me, but just know that I have, again, no reason to cause you and yours harm. Unless you look to bring it to me. And he turns around and walks back to his home, leaves the doors open, and just leaves you there staring at the very impressive smithery.
It is mighty impressive.
It is nice.
But I wasn't gonna say that to his face.
It's probably clean in there. It probably smells nice.
Oh yeah, it's
God,
immaculate.
even worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's immaculate.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think Al just has a moment and kind of stands there and just kind of thinks about the whole situation that they're in right now, about what their life is looking like right now, how much stuff has happened in the last, 5 weeks since we've been here? Or it's 5 weeks since we started adventuring?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's been 6 now. Maybe it's been 6. It's about that much time. They think about having a cry, but then also are like, nah, now is not the time for that. And they're just gonna walk out and close the doors. Alright.
As you walk away, you hear them click and lock on their own.
God damn it.
Ooh.
I hate this guy. I hate him. I actually hate this guy.
He's too cool.
He's too perfect.
And Zeraphine, again, you
have some
you
fucking
felt
flaws,
nothing,
why don't you?
Nothing but even though he's gruff and to the point, nothing but kindness from this.
Why do you get to have it all?
Like, dang it. Have some
You don't know what
flaws.
hardships and sorrows he's had in his long years.
He's had character development.
That's what happens when you're old and still attractive.
So, like, can I leave this with you, or like?
Oh yes, definitely. You could leave this here.
Be safe.
You just need one more item to find, and
Yeah, I just don't want to carry it around with me. But like, I also fully expect you to disappear for some reason, and you know what I mean? Like you have that vague, just I'll disappear into the poofness, you know? I'll randomly find you in another cabin.
He doesn't look. He doesn't. His eyes are still looking at you, Warden, smiling. But you see his head kind of lean back. He's like, Goldberry, can you explain to your friend that I have no need to take his armor?
Oh no! You fully misunderstand me here. I don't think you'll steal my shit. I just think you'll randomly disappear, and then I'll find you again in a different fucking cabin.
Like the Cheshire cat?
Yeah.
He walks over, puts a log in the fire.
Residence. There's no way this is your permanent residence. Like
Al,
you just exist
Warden,
in a
give me
state
a
of
perception
being.
check. Give me a perception check, Warden.
A perception check.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Perception. All right.
Nice.
Hell
one.
yeah.
That's
Beautiful.
really good.
Warden, as you're saying this, you're looking around the room. You see the bundle of firewood. You see the leather on the chairs, even though they're well crafted chairs. You could see the wear on them from years of use, loving use. You see on the end table over here a pipe that still have smoked. You see the wear marks on the floor from walking back and forth. In the kitchen, you can see a table set. This has been this man's home for a very long time.
So like Warden is under the impression that the house moves now. This is like some Baba Yaga level shit.
As far as Warden's concerned.
Yeah, as far as Warden's
concerned. And
now
Zerfine, you have heard him say all the stuff that he said verbally, obviously not this. You have had a deeper insight into Aaron Death. Do you have any reaction to what Warden's saying?
Warden, Zerfine kind of giggles. No.
Okay.
She sees Warden kind of being like, seems like you're it seems like you're not mortal is what he's trying to suggest. And Seraphine just kind of goes, well, not that you probably will disappear or your abode will move along with you, but perhaps I do have one question.
Anything. If it's within my means to answer, I will.
Why? I just kind of look at Warden and Amber. And why an elf?
Just ask him why he's an elf.
Yeah, you all don't know why. None of you haven't understood any reason why she would ask this question.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just ask people why they're elves, Zerfine. That's not acceptable.
Higher alert.
And
he's on higher alert.
You see him. He's quiet for a long moment. You see kind of a smile on his face, and something shifts in his posture. Not physically, nothing so obvious, but the performance for a moment ends. And you're the only one to see this, Zerfine, as you notice he's kind of a little bit of a performance. The slight deference in his stance is gone, and he looks at you, and he's looking at you from a much larger distance. It almost seems like, even though he's still seated before you, and he is a taller elf, so he is taller than you, obviously. But it almost seems like kind of how Gandalf, when he was talking to Bilbo, how he grew. You know what I mean? It almost feels like he's larger, even though he's not. His height isn't changing.
The shadows grow.
Yeah, 412 years, he says. No one has asked directly before. They've suspected things, and they have looked too long or gone quiet at odd moments, but no one has simply asked. And he pauses for a moment. I have been Aaron Death since before your great-grandparents were born. As to why an elf? Their lifespans and love of all things magical and beautiful have always appealed to me. Therefore, I only find it appropriate to be a moon elf.
That is beautiful. Thank you.
I didn't know you had a decision. That's crazy.
He steps outside again. He's like, okay, I see this needs to be more. Very well. Follow me. This needs to be outside. Are you still standing at the door here, Al, or have you moved inside?
See them.
I mean, they kind of just stepped inside and then didn't really move anywhere. They were kind of I think just staring off into space, really.
Okay. He opens the door again and he asks everyone to follow him.
Oh, everyone
outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he was trying to have a private conversation
Yeah, no.
outside.
No. Yeah, well,
Okay.
he does want to have a
opposite
private
of that.
conversation. He says this needs to be outside, but he asks you
this
all
way.
to come outside. And why is it not there?
Oh, give Warden. Wait, stay right there. Give you eyes of night.
Well, we got a light.
I can
Wait.
kind of see here for some reason. We have a light.
Oh, never mind. I don't have one. Never mind.
Yeah, there's a
There's also
there is a
something
light. There's a back door, a back light there.
Nice.
And I swore I had this. Why is it not here? Give me a moment. Sorry, I had this. I swear I had it prepared. I know why it's not prepared. Because y'all are just too goddamn curious.
I'm playing the most curious character you could ever
look.
create. I touch it
Yes,
and grab
I
and
know.
everything.
You set some sort of immortal being in front of us with no reason for them to be here besides just the fact that we need them to be here.
Yes.
Well, I am
I realize
going to
that's
ask
why.
so many questions.
That's why I don't. I didn't have this prepared. So just give me a moment as I do this here. I gotta do.
I look inside the smithy. Ooh.
It was locked, by the way, so you couldn't actually open it. I said it locked
Oh.
behind
Oh.
Al when he left, but that's okay.
Either way. We're
It
just
still
doing it
smells
to
so
get
nice
more
in
light in here.
Okay, that's done. Now let's fix that. Oh, come on. Why are you being a pain in the ass? There we go. Okay, so as you guys come outside, he turns to you in a dim light and looks at you, and Zeraphine again, and all of you this time notice that you feel him again seem to be growing larger than he was before. But this time, he actually does grow larger
Jesus
than he was
Christ.
before.
Holy
Before
shit.
you-
I knew it.
Before you see, as it cranes its large head, a beautiful
Oh yes.
silver dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's silver. Not
Yeah,
white.
It
Better
does
be.
White
say
dragon.
ancient white
Silver
dragon on the token.
I put the wrong one in there. That's right. Sorry. It's supposed to be. Yeah, I messed that up. I dragged the wrong one in. He's a silver dragon.
Silver dragon.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank God.
He's a silver dragon.
That
Sorry, I
fascination.
dragged the wrong one in there. And again, I don't know why that happened. I had the right one here. Where did it go? It disappeared. Anyway,
Boundary.
yeah, Foundry. You know, it is what it is sometimes. But anyway,
It is what it is.
yeah. But yes, it's a silver dragon.
Yeah, the
And you hear his
fascination in
voice.
Seraphine's eyes grows.
Yeah, the light is kind of glinting off its silver scales, and what could be a smile on a dragon's face, you kind of see it go across it. Child of Celestian, I am a Thrindil. As I said, I've been there in death since before your great-grandparents were born.
Oh.
Both things are true. Both things are me.
Well, met. Serpent has
met.
no idea what to say. I grab my holy symbol and I just go, Celestian guides me, and I am ever grateful for your guidance as well.
His head just kind of bows. I hope my deception by omission does not tarnish your opinion of me. Just know that some things are better left not spoken sometimes.
Understand.
And you see him shrink back down into Arendath. And he kind of like cracks his neck a little bit. And he gives you that smile again. And he looks at Al, and looks at everyone else.
Damn
Does
smile.
that assuage your concerns? And you all know silver dragons. So you know silver dragons are good dragons.
Yeah. Intelligent.
They're the best
Yeah.
ones.
Lawful good, like lawful, like yeah. They're Warden. They be right up your alley. They are lawful good.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it did answer the questions that I did have. I have way more other questions that I do not feel like asking right now because it is far too late. And I need some time to think about this.
Yeah. Y'all can take it easy and go tell Natasha there's the ancient silver dragon.
I cast
He
sending.
does. He does. Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free if you want. If that's what you want to do.
Wait.
Go ahead and send sending. He does look at you, Al. And he places a hand on your shoulder, and you feel this energy flow through you. As he casts greater restoration on you.
Are you fucking serious?
And you feel your exhaustion disappear.
Silver dragons are the best.
At this point, Al is just gonna hold their tongue.
What? How the surfing clock? How Al is like feeling progressively
Speechless for once. And he's like, well, it is quite cold out here, and I believe you guys have an item to find me. So, come in.
Mm-hmm. Surfing finishes up the sending to Natasha, being like,
Wait, no, don't actually do that.
"No, don't do it."
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay. Retcon.
I can't. I can't with this.
Al's like, this is not what I was expecting.
No,
Like,
not at
can I-
all, actually.
So can I go up to him and I'm like, and I
Yeah.
kind of show him the dragon eyeball?
Oh my god.
What, you just want to
I
compare?
feel like now is not the time for that, but
Do you,
go
Yeah.
ahead.
do you
Slay Queen.
say anything?
No, I just walk over and I just show it to him. I'm like, look at this. It kind of looks like yours, but not.
That is so. Oh my
He has
god.
he has a bit of a disgusted look on his face for a moment. If I had
It's
to
a
guess, yes,
threat.
it looks like it is one of an eye of our our white cousins. Not the most desirable of my kind. While I do not necessarily condone violence of such nature, I could understand why it would befall one of them.
I attempt to give it to him, be like, here, it's yours now.
Oh my god.
I don't need it.
I keep insisting, like, no, here, take it, it's yours.
See that
And
polite?
he's like, I'm good, please, thank you. I don't. I have nothing to do with it at all. I have literally nothing. There's nothing I can do with this.
You have to eat that. Not good to eat.
Alright. I'll put it back in my bag.
And he just again smiles politely. You all can kind of tell that this silver dragon's composure kind of broke for a moment, and the smile this time is kind of one of like politeness.
Yeah.
You know?
Preserved politeness.
Yes.
I like ask him, be like, so, have you ever thought about turning into a tiefling?
I thought about what?
Turning into a tiefling.
Changing into a tiefling. Have I thought about changing into a tiefling?
Yeah.
Well, I have been a moon elf for 400 years. And did I just lose Amber on the screen here? I think her token got deleted.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did look up. I looked away, and then I was like, "Oh, did she move?" And then I was like, "Oh, she's not even on the thing."
Yeah, I don't know what happened, though. There we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
I put you back. He's like, have I thought about it? Of course, I love all of Faerun's creations. Big and small, satyrs, and halflings, and yes, even tieflings. Moon elf suits me better. Not that I'm opposed to being a tiefling. Just it doesn't. I'm sure there's certain types of clothing you like. I see you have armor. I see you have a military stance about you. Are you someone who's prone to wearing dresses?
No.
Well, think of it this way. A moon elf is my armor. A tiefling would be like wearing a dress.
A dress. A dress, and Surfing looks down at her legs.
Which Zerfing completely misunderstands as the metaphor.
I think that'd be kind of cute, though. Serving wore a dress, and then you can see her little, like, goat legs.
Just a fluff.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Well, it was worth a shot, and I walk away.
So what do you guys want to do?
Who likes us?
Al wants to leave.
Yeah, I think we should head back to Natasha.
Yeah, did you can go back to Natasha. You still have to find that item. I would say this right now, Al, as you're up here in the quiet and seeing this dragon and stuff, that compass pull again, and you think about what Luna said, you realize you can't go just trudging through the thick forest here. But the location that this is pulling you, you realize is not too far from here. It's maybe a half hour's walk. If you could find the right trail, a half hour's walk east of here.
Well, I guess that's thankfully close.
Well, that's Warden's feeling. No one knows this yet unless he speaks it.
Right, well, I'm pretty sure you did just say Al.
Did I say Al? I apologize. I meant Warden.
Oh, how am I feeling again?
The compass pull that you felt earlier. You remember what Luna said to you, and you realize that pull is not something you can't go just trudging right through the dense forest here. But you feel that if you find the right trail, it's maybe a half hour's walk east of this location.
Oh, I feel like walking east.
It that is where you feel your heart is being guided, you need to follow it. You must.
There's a lot of trees in the way, but we could go a little east when we go east, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to say, if you guys want to go that way, we will head that way. But we'll say, because there's a thick forest here and you had to find the right path, it takes a while. It's over an hour. So at this time, it's almost 10:30 at night. So we will switch over to Natasha. Over. Yeah. Over
I thought we were picking her up. My bad.
Yay. Natasha time.
Well, she was, I mean, they were working on scribing that thing. So most likely, even if you went back there, she wouldn't have left until 10:30.
Still there. Yeah.
Same place.
Yeah. Oops.
Working
Wrong one.
hard on this thing.
That would be convenient for us to meet you there.
Okay, Natasha. So 3 hours you've been concentrating on this.
Yep.
Tell us what this looks like.
Looking at through her father's notes, everything, she tried to make this not for once. She's not just writing down her spells from. She's working down a piece of art. She's putting as much details as she can into this. She's taking her time. She's being focused. Okay. She's trying her best.
Yeah, so you pull and you grab. You have your father's inks and his quills there with you as well, that you could use for this, and you kind of feel a bit of sadness, but also warmth in your heart that you're using your father's accoutrements to do this. And after 3 hours of working hard on it, you're at the last final touches. So we're going to need an Arcana check, which is going to be, the DC is 10 plus a spell's level, which is a 3rd level spell. So it'll be a 13 Arcana check. And I will say, since you're using your father's accoutrements, you can roll this Arcana check with advantage.
Right.
Ooh.
So you carefully go through each line, each stroke like a master calligrapher writing a script. These are all in the arcane language of magic and wizards. As you scribe this spell in, the ink. What color ink would you have picked?
Or
I would say he had a variety.
I think for this spell, Natasha does have a favorite color. She's usually just bright in the usual ink black, but having the choice of color, purple.
Purple, beautiful. So you're doing this purple ink. It's a kind of a rich violet, not too bright, but enough to still pop from the page. But as you're doing, you also notice there's just kind of almost like silver glitter outline to each stroke as you're doing. You know, have you ever seen those glitter gel pens? It's kind of like that. As you're scribing this in, and you pour all your energy into it, and your eyes close, and you blow on it to dry the ink, and you feel the magic go in there, and the essence from the scroll, you feel it with a glimmer transcribe into your spell book. And as you open it, you see you now have the spell of Animate Dead.
Natasha will take a moment to look at her work. She will appreciate that. It's a job well done. She never took so much care about describing spell before. Maybe she'll try to do that more often forward. She thinks.
So yeah, you can drag that from the compendium. I'll do it for you because I want to put it in your. I want to put it in your prototype token to make sure it sticks. Because this stuff is goofy sometimes. Animate. Dead. 3rd level. Okay, there you go. It is in your spellbook.
All right. Could I prepare the spell as I learn it, or will that need a long rest first?
You don't have to do a long rest. You just won't be able to catch up with everyone. I'll say it'll take you an hour to prepare it. So you would be unfortunately staying here another hour to prepare the spell. That'll be with your nice big large Arcana check. Scribing it in there is why you're allowed to prepare it tonight. But it will take you an hour to do it.
No problem. I'll prepare a different spell and prepare animate that instead. Yeah, like this.
Okay. All right. So we will leave you here. Actually, well, it's an hour. An hour would have passed, and what's going on with Warden would have happened. So we have to kind of switch back over to Warden and the others, which means what Natasha is doing, we'll pick up next week. So let's head on over real quick. We got a few minutes left. Let's head on over to the rest of you as you've been traveling through the forest, following Warden's compass. As I pull this up, Warden, how does this feel? This pull of yours that's pulling you, just finding these paths. You're not even relying on Al and his tracking skills, because Al has no idea where you guys are going. This is all fully based.
Bizarre description of this. Do you ever like have you ever done an MRI and like forgot your keys were in your like pocket or something? It's kind of like this.
Oh, the magnet.
Subtle, yeah, it's this subtle pull, like just inside that, like, oh, things are directing me to come there, and I just like don't know why, but like it's really just a physical desire to go there.
Okay. All right, give me a second here while I didn't prepare this either. This was me. I was going to do this today, but then this shit happened, and I didn't have time to prepare this part here. But it's not going to take me long. So just give me a moment.
Not like that.
Kartos. Villagers. We will pick that one. That works for me. And then this.
I'm squishing up a baby bumblebee. Hello, look at me.
We'll use that one. Okay. What? What? Oh. There it is. Okay, let me pull up this. All right, let's throw you guys all on a map. Emma is not here. Natasha is not here. Warden still can't see shit. I can kind of see a little bit. Sees a light at least up ahead. Okay. And did I pick music for this? I did not. So we will just pick this one. Okay. And Dazzle's not doing her campaign tonight, so I have some time. So we got a few minutes. If you guys want to go over, that's fine. You guys let me know when you guys want to end. So yeah, as you guys walk through the forest, you find your way through and you find the path, Warden. And you follow that jingle keys kind of thing. And you see that there's a path that leads to the doors, kind of maintained, clear of snow regularly, not by a hired hand, but by someone who does it because it needs to.
Do I see this?
You don't have a torch, so that's why you don't see the home.
Just gonna pull out a torch because you know
it is nighttime. So go ahead. And
did we take a long rest?
You were kind of leading the way.
No.
So.
You know, one of these times
I
I'm going to.
Sorry, I just have my eyes
on fire. Oh my god!
Oh, there we go. Light. Let there be light.
Torch. Okay. So you see that it's cleared of snow regularly, not by a hired hand, but by someone who does it because it needs doing. The house itself is modest and well built, the kind of a structure a man put up carefully because he intended it to last. Small outbuilding to one side, a wood pile stacked with excessive thoroughness of someone preparing for winter they intend to survive. You see a child's wooden toy. Small carved reindeer sits on a windowsill inside, visible through a frost-glazed glass. Before you reach the door, you see it open. And the woman here looks at you as if she heard someone coming. Sound carries strangely in the cold. And in the background, you kind of see the door back here close swiftly as if she shushed someone away, and you kind of caught a glimpse of a small child running into the other room.
It's another dragon.
She stands in the doorway with one hand on the frame and the other out of sight behind the door. She's in her early 30s, dark-haired, with a particular stillness of someone who's learned to take stock of a situation before committing to reaction. And she looks at all of you, and her eyes move across each of you in turn and then settle on Warden. And they kind of stay there. And then carefully, she goes, "What do you want?"
I feel like I'm supposed to be here. I'm looking for something that was smiled on by Saloon.
And her eyes kind of.
We were told to come this direction for exactly that.
Warden, give me an insight check.
I love not being good at this.
No.
That's good enough.
Warden's so insightful.
But I mean, actually, I should have had you do it at advantage because I already explained this to you what the pull was before. But perhaps the player doesn't remember. But
oh yeah,
this was that when you were. This has nothing to do with the armor. Absolutely nothing to do with the armor. This was that during that walk back, from the spire. This is where you felt that pull, and you remember those thoughts of family and things like that, and that's what led you here. I'll read it out. Yeah.
Like someone with your pastor.
This is that line in the Kelvin Karen. Yeah.
Let me just rewind a little bit then. That's all right. As the door opens, I'm not really.
I will say this, Warden. You look at this woman.
Sure, why I'm here.
You don't know her, but yet you feel like you've known her your whole life, and you don't know why.
I feel like I'm supposed to be here, but I don't know why.
Do you know Warden? I just kind of. Do you know Warden?
I don't know why I'm even entertaining this. Strangers at my door, a woman alone with a child.
It is an odd hour to be approaching a house.
It is. And she kind of looks at you. You see what looked like might be a glimmer of recognition, but her curiosity at this point is what does it. She's like, come in. Have a seat.
Well.
Hey, this one's for you, big guy.
I am but a snowman.
We don't mind waiting out here.
Okay. Should I wait with you?
Just be safe. No, your heart led you here for a reason.
Yeah, but like
she's
9 o'clock at night.
She looks at the rest of you. It's actually 10:30. She looks at the rest of you. She's like, "This is Icewind Dale during Oriel's winter. You will freeze out there. Bring yourselves inside by the fire at the very least."
Oh, thank you, Walnut.
Oh yes, our journey brought us here. I'm not gonna stand on the table. Okay, good.
As you sit down, you see a door open, and you see this young girl come running out, and kind of hide her face behind her mother's skirts.
Oh.
And she kind of rubs her hair and tells her it's okay, everything is fine. You kind of see that the house is one main room, and just with that sleeping area on the other side of the door, a fire, a table, 2 chairs, and a smaller one. Cooking things, a shelf with practical items, oil, salt, and a small iron box. And far end of the shelf with practical items. Or on the far end of the shelf, separate from everything else, sitting where it has sat for a year without being moved closer or put away. A small iron scale medallion on a leather cord coiled beside it. You see the child next to her mother, 6 years old, dark-haired like her. She looks up at all of you with frank assessment of a child. And as she looks at you, her gaze finds Warden. And she goes quiet the way children go quiet when something is happening that they don't have words for yet. She kind of hides her face behind her mother's skirt, just one eye looking out.
Hello, little one. I am a snowman.
She doesn't approach as you say that. She just watches.
Well, not really. But that's how I was found. I was a snowman.
And
I'm a tin soldier.
The woman looks at you, Warden, and she says, "My name is Ilara. You've come a long way from the road. Where are you headed?"
Somewhere that the moon shines and smiles upon greatly.
As you say that, Warden. Oh, go ahead, continue.
After that, perhaps this old snowman will put an end to the winter.
As you say that, Warden, your eyes, you're talking to her, but your eyes, you see them drawn towards that shelf, specifically the iron medallion. You don't know why you know what it was before you see it clearly. You don't know why looking at it feels like putting weight on a leg that you forgot was injured. But you recognize the scales of Tyr, the symbol of a god, served by whoever this house belonged to. You see, the medallion is old and well maintained. Not a decorative piece, but something worn regularly for years. The leather cord has been replaced at least once. Someone cared for this object. Scales on his face are the symbols of tear, god of justice, and law. And you can tell it doesn't belong to Alara. It's not hers to wear. But she kept it because she could not put it away. And you feel something inside your chest looking at this medallion.
Gordon's just staring at it for now. Looking back and forth. And is there actually a fire-burning stove there?
And she looks over. Yes,
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Yeah.
Oh, me. Yes. There's a stove right there.
Warden walks over and just the same hand that he grabbed the guy in the bonfire. He just reaches in and rotates some coals, and if there's a log, he'll rotate the log.
And you see her kind of look at you. And it might be the way you turned a log or stood by the stove. She looks at you with some kind of recognition for a moment. And you notice that something of maybe a tilt in your head or set of your shoulders. And she looks at you for a moment, and she kind of looks at you properly for the first time, not assessing look from the doorway, something more exposed than that. And she kind of looks confused. How do you know this area? Her voice has kind of changed slightly. Careful in a different way now. You came from the northeast. There's nothing northeast of here except, or northwest, I should say. There's nothing northwest of here except, and she stops herself. Where have you come from?
We came from Lonelywood, right?
Yes.
Perhaps the long way around. I'm not really sure. I just found myself walking here. You know that feeling you're walking and you don't really pay attention, but suddenly you look up and you're somewhere you've been before and you just don't really remember how you got there? Kind of what it felt like. Feels like I don't remember how I got here.
As you say that, go ahead, continue.
Something subconsciously was guiding me here.
As you say that, you see the child kind of climbs down from her mother's lap. She crosses over to you, Warden, and takes your hand, or whatever passes for a hand Warden has. She holds it for a moment, the way children hold things they aren't sure about. And she's kind of just looking at it, turning it. The way they hold things they aren't sure about, but they're not afraid of either. Then she goes back over to her mother. And you notice, Alara, something kind of breaks in her quietly. And she stands up and looks at you. And she looks at you in a way that you feel she's been afraid to look at anyone or look at you since you walked through the door. Directly, with nothing held back, letting herself see whatever is there to be seen, just looking at you intently. And her voice comes out very quietly. Almost imperceptible for everyone else to hear. It's almost like she's right in front of Warden, just saying this. She goes, Val? And it's almost coming out as half a question, but she can't finish it.
You know, I can't help but wonder. Why I'm here. I can only wonder. You look as though you've lost someone. You look lost. Can only wonder what your world has been. The things you've had to suffer. And the strength you must have within. All I've ever wanted was to be reunited with my own. To find a place that I would call home. You look at me as though you've lost something like that.
You see her face crack and her lips quivers for a moment and some tears forming in her eyes. And you see her roughly pat the child and tells her, go. And the little girl runs into the bedroom, the door closes. And you see Alara stand very quickly, kind of like using her apron, wipe her face real quick, like to not show that she's tearing at all. And she pushes by everyone. And as she walks by, you see something closes in her face. Not anger, not cruelty. The walls are going back up because they have to. Because she has a child watching that she sent to the other room. And the grief sitting on her chest as she cannot afford to let anything of this be true. At least not tonight. She goes, I think you should go. And kind of evenly. All of you, please. And she's already moving towards the door. Almost like let you guys out. She passes by the shelf. Her hands finds the medallion without fully deciding to take it. Her fingers closing around the iron scales, lifting the leather cord. And she opens the door and looks at all of you, prompting you to leave.
Zephyr just kind of looks down and walks past her. Oh, let's see if I can. Let's see. Can't get out.
Oh, it's all because of her. Sorry, I'll move her. Go ahead. You should be able to get out now. Warden, before you leave,
I was going to say,
you can just as you're about to leave. She crosses to you on the threshold and she presses the medallion into your hand. She doesn't look at your face when she does it. Tyr meant something to someone important to me. I don't know why, but perhaps it can also guide you. And she steps away, like, looking at you like, get out. You can speak, though.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not them. And Warden will walk out.
And as you walk out, you hear the door close, and you could hear light sobbing from inside as you leave.
Well, that was certainly something.
I wish I could be the person that they were looking for. I don't think there will be a time that I can.
Warden.
Yeah.
Tyr. There is a story. A story here. I don't see how you fit in it.
I think there's pass for tears falling down Warden's eyes.
But
I don't either. I don't fully understand.
has Warden cried before?
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Has Warden cried before? Has I seen him cry before?
I don't think so. I don't think he has.
I don't think I have.
Because that's really messing with her brain, because she thought you were metal. And just hearing that, it's really messing with her. She's gonna make an insight check.
You know, Seraphine, I really envy you. We went to the place of giants and found people that he knew and called home. And everywhere I go, I see people with faces of loss and no recognition. And every clue feels like a bigger puzzle.
Seraphine is just kind of... She's looking at Warden. You can see her eyes are starting to tear up as well as she's starting to realize just everything that's been happening. Warden, where is your heart? You have tears, but where is your heart? I've not seen it.
You know? If I had a heart, Zerfine, it died long ago in that snowman.
This is what she was dreading. Seraphine just kind of keeps quiet and just is crying a little bit.
I've modified the holy symbol in your inventory, Warden, so I just made it the holy symbol of Tyr, which is this is that Lara gave you.
Al has also been very quiet through this whole ordeal, taking it all in. And I think there's some part of Al that is like starting to realize what I think all of us as players are realizing. But that's... Al makes the active decision to be like, no, this is for Warden. Interference on my part would be not right.
Plot thickens.
Who did this?
Do you guys trudge back to Lonelywood to find Natasha? I would say you would arrive there right when Natasha's done attuning. Or, yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay, so let's do that then. Let's head on back over to Lonelywood. Now, do you guys? We still don't know exactly where Natasha is. What I assume you guys probably would look around at the normal places you would think they would be. If you would do that after some time looking, you would eventually find her at their father's home.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put you guys on the map here. And an hour has passed. And we activate that map, and let's shut off. We got double music going on here, so let's shut off one of these. Okay. Here you go.
Alright. Still looking in my father's thing. Is there a shovel anywhere?
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, he would have a shovel.
Right. Gonna grab that shovel and pocket it, and then Natasha will now leave to go do something, open the door, and see the whole party there.
For the record, the walk back was fucking silent.
Mm-hmm. Very
There was
quiet.
no
That was
talking.
some.
Very
You guys ran
quiet.
into a silver dragon who knows everything about you guys. Some weird stuff about Al's sword. And now this house that Warden talked to this woman. And it has been a freaky night so far.
You guys look like you've seen a ghost.
I think we did.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Right, well, glad we found you. It is so late. I am rearing to go to bed.
Yes, you shall.
Also,
all
we
do
got
that.
a lot to catch you up on.
You
Yes.
can tell me everything tomorrow in the morning. If you're that tired, you should sleep first.
You guys will notice Natasha holding a shovel as they're walking out
It's
the
like-
door.
What you got
No
there?
question.
No, probably. A shovel is so cool. Al has a shovel on them.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't require a perception check. Natasha's literally holding a shovel over their shoulder.
It's like as we're talking.
Yes. She opens the door with a shovel over their shoulder.
What you got there? A smoothie.
More plans?
A shovel? Isn't it obvious?
Well, yeah, we're probably gonna have to shovel the snow out of the way of our bar that's ours, but is still decrepit. Because I figured that's where we're gonna sleep tonight. I got my
suppose I
shovel
can-
ready too.
I suppose I can help a bit. Unless there's something else you want to say?
No? Do you need something? Do you need to say something?
No, I'm good.
I feel really bad for that lady.
What?
She's missing someone.
Someone very important. It would seem. You see?
Alright, well... well
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you
As
see, it's
the awkward
similar.
silence with four of you looking
Yeah.
at that door, Natasha holding a shovel, and you guys are just staring at each other now.
Like, ay.
I think I need to sleep.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, let's head over to our place.
Oh,
And-
our place.
Are you all going to the ramshackle?
Yeah, that's where we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if Natasha's going there or if Natasha's going somewhere else.
Natasha's
We
going
just said
somewhere
that
else.
they were coming with us.
I mean,
Oh,
Natasha
well,
will pretend to
Natasha.
go with them,
Oh, we gotta go
see
with
them to sleep, and then go do something else.
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay. I would say you guys picked up Amaranth at the Lucky Liar on the way there.
Yeah.
So at least Amaranth can come back with you guys. We will open up the ramshackle. That is not fully. Remember, you guys didn't really fix it up yet. There are some broken beds that you can kind of use.
If anything, it's a covered area that we own and can light a fire inside of.
Yeah.
Don't light up a fire inside the house, please. Unless there's in the chimney. Do we have a chimney?
I think there is.
Yeah, there's a fireplace here. So you do have a chimney. Amaranth will say, well, and you see how exhausted. And she looks at you, Al, for some reason why you're not exhausted. She's like,
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm good. Because she has no idea what was going on either. She wasn't there for any of this either.
Right.
She's just looking at all of you weirdly. Like everyone looks like he's seen a ghost. Natasha's carrying a shovel. She has no idea what's going on.
I met the dragon.
Okay. This woman is exhausted. She wants to go to sleep, and you told a curious fairy you met a dragon. The fairy who wants a Pegasus. I was gonna let her get some sleep, but fuck that now.
We gotta talk about it. And Seraphi's she's gonna rave. Like, it was amazing.
Her eyes, clear bags, but they get this big, and she runs up to you. Tell me all about it.
It was amazing. Tell everything that happened.
Natasha is also really interested to know more about this dragon that the party's met, but she's gonna try to use that as a distraction to slip away.
Okay. Slowly falls asleep.
I would say, okay, if you're slowly away, I would say you go ahead and give me a stealth check, Natasha, if anyone wants to notice it. If you guys want to willingly say you didn't notice it, that's fine.
I will.
So Natasha, you can do a stealth check, and anyone who wants to notice has to do a perception. So it's contested to see if you notice Natasha slip away.
That's just using passive? Okay.
I'm not proficient, but it's not terrible. Okay.
God damn.
You gotta clear your reaction.
God damn! You guys.
Oh, I was looking!
They all noticed you, Natasha. Well, except for Warden. I would say Amaranth. After listening to Zeraphine for a while, Amaranth is just tired. She's going to go to bed. Even though she probably would have gotten a very good perception check, but she's exhausted.
But I'm so sneaky.
Oh, are you?
Unfortunately, not so much. Now, all this means is they noticed you leave. So Natasha will leave. She'll try to sneak away. Now, Amber, you didn't notice shit unless anyone else tells you. Warden didn't roll, so I'm assuming Warden is he shutting down right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say Warden's just kind of like in a corner shutting down. Al and Zeraphine, you clearly notice Natasha try to be stealthy and slip away unsuccessfully.
I will be stealthy and try to follow after them.
Oh. Al was not going to follow after them. They were just going to go up to
I was.
Natasha and just be like, all right, there's clearly been something bugging you since you've been here. I ain't going to stop whatever you're doing, but just, be safe. All right, we don't know what's out in the dark. Be vigilant. And then head back inside.
Before you head back inside, Natasha will reply back. I'll be fine. I'm not doing anything stupid.
There's just too much going on out here.
A greater lie has never been said in the history of this game.
I pretend to be asleep and then I follow.
Okay, I would say you can, if you want to be stealthy, the stealth check that Natasha did that you noticed, you can stealth. That was reversed. You would have to stealth check and Natasha would have the perception. I would say Natasha does get advantage because Natasha knows she was caught. So she knows, they know they might be followed.
God, I rolled. No, I don't know shit.
You don't know shit.
I'm sneaking.
Okay. All right.
I'm one with the snow and the darkness.
Sneaky master.
I'm one with the snow and the darkness.
I'm one with the snow and the darkness. Okay. So we will say this. We'll put Natasha there, Zeraphine here, following at a safe distance. And we will activate this map. Okay. DM is stepping back. This is all
from
Natasha
here.
here.
Can't believe this.
Oh boy.
I see.
I do have to ask. Al did drop a pine cone down in the area where Trex was buried. Has anything grown out of that spot since then?
I'm sorry.
Or
I
has
was
it not been
responding
long
to someone.
enough?
Say it again.
So, Al dropped a pine cone and cast Druidcraft on it to help it grow. Is anything growing out of the grave?
Oh, yeah. Over here. Okay. Let me look at the calendar. I mean, it's been quite a while. I'm pretty sure it's been long enough, but let's take a look here.
And also, Druidcraft helps the growth of plants. If that helps anything.
Yeah. I just want to see the time. Okay, so he was laid to rest on the 18th of Hammer. So that's 1 10 day. It's been almost exactly 2 10 days. I would say yes, it's enough for a sapling. Saplings, especially in the winter here, they're not going to grow that fast. But I would say it's a sapling about 3 feet high. So Natasha, you do see the sapling. He dropped the pine cone in Trex's grave.
Oh no!
But it is just a sapling. It's not very big. And by the way, that was Moby saying he was he had to run. We are past our normal time. So yes,
Yeah,
since he's
no
shut
problem.
down. So yeah.
All right. Natasha is in front of Trek's grave, holding the shovel.
Okay.
She has resummoned Upwards to stand on the grave and to look around for Natasha, as Natasha, holding that shovel, will start to dig out Trex.
I see this.
Yeah. I would say Zeraphine's hiding behind a corner, looking over there.
He's desecrating a grave.
You definitely noticed this. Let me advance the clock a little bit. Yeah, it's almost midnight. That's good enough time.
I keep watching though. I don't disturb.
Yeah. I'll say it takes a good half hour to dig it out.
Did I bring any light? Let's see here.
What are they doing?
I mean, you have the light spell.
I forgot to bring some other stuff as well. God, it's fine.
I see you getting frustrated.
Yeah, you see Natasha is looking for herself and realizing they forgot some stuff. And she's gonna look annoyed. Is that if she has to double back now or continue with what she's doing?
I mean, I'm fine with saying Natasha took it, or is this a story you want to tell that Natasha forgot?
It's a story I'm gonna tell to maybe bring Zerfine in out of hiding.
Yeah, Zerfine's gonna see that and just gonna go, Natasha, what are you doing out here? I can see you. You probably can't see me. It's really dark. You see me eventually come out of the darkness.
I could ask you the exact thing, Zerfine.
I
thought you went to bed.
We promised each other we would stick together. For the moment, during the day it was okay, but at night it is dangerous. You know this, so why do it? What are you doing? Why, what are you doing at this grave?
Something that I felt I needed to do.
My Forge completely froze on both of my computers.
Yeah, it's Frost for me too.
That's true. Yeah, weird.
Well, that's obviously a Foundry issue.
Yeah.
So just refresh. Yeah, if it froze for everybody, that's obviously a Forge issue.
Mhm. What is it that you needed?
I don't think you will appreciate what I'm doing.
So far, no.
Well, it's only about to get worse.
Hmm?
So I'd recommend, if that it makes you uncomfortable, to forget what you're seeing and return to sleep.
What are you about to do, Natasha? We laid Trex to rest.
I've made my mind that it wasn't Trick's times to rest just yet. He
What
can
will
still
you
be
do?
useful.
Mm.
He can still help us in our journey. In one way or another.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you.
And my intention is to, in a way, bring him back.
You resurrect him. You can resurrect him.
Something like that, if you will.
That is why you were asking me those questions. What did you learn? Could I help?
By the way, as you look down, Zerfine, as you're talking, you see Trex's body as Natasha has dug it out completely. You also notice that your ceremony spell, as I said before, is his body is preserved.
Preserved, yeah.
He hasn't rotted yet.
Yeah, that's what I forgot to bring. I forgot to bring some oil.
You forgot to bring what?
Oil.
Oil. I think I have some oil.
Do you?
I think so in my bag. Let me see. No oil. Oh! Well, is there oil in the lantern of tracking?
Is there oil in the lantern of tracking? That is a magical lantern, so I would say no.
No, I getcha.
Let me look at it again real quick, but I don't believe so. Like I said, it's a magical one.
Bag of holding.
The bag of holding.
Forgot to look in my bag of holding if I have stuff in there. Hold up.
I feel like an adventurer's pack comes with some oil or something.
I have everything except for the oil.
Oh, it does. It says this hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil. So yes, you would have oil.
Have some oil.
May I? I was going to say borrow that wool, but it's going to be used up. We'll need to get more wool for the lantern afterward.
Okay. I trust you. And I hint the lantern.
Alright, I'll empty the content of the lantern on Trek's body.
There we go.
And then I will set Trek's body aflame.
What? Serapine screams. What are you doing? Ah!
Yeah, he's on fire.
Stop this! Stop! What are you doing? What? How could you've done this? No. Then I go to start. Is Natasha just watching the body burn?
Yes, but at the same time she's watching you.
And I go to well, I guess she'd go to put out the flame. Well, she's asking, what are you doing?
Do you try to put out the flame?
She's about to, yeah.
Are you trying to put it out manually or
With the
via
snow.
magic? Oh, with the snow. Yeah, if you're doing that, there's oil. He's coated in oil and his body's dry. Even though he's preserved, it is desiccated. It's going up like a kebab. It's just the snow is not enough. The snow is melting as soon as you're putting it on him. It's not quenching the flames.
And Natasha will step a bit in front of Xerphine. Do not. I need this to be happening for what I'm about to do. Like I said, things are only going to get worse. Are you sure you want to sit through this?
Xerphine is just kind of like on the ground at this point after trying to get the snow in there and looks up at Natasha and goes, "Do what you must, I suppose."
Well, we're gonna need to
Don't
wait for a little
understand.
bit.
For what?
That's a little big.
That's a little bit. For the flesh to melt off the bones.
Natasha, what are you saying? What is this? Do you have like the spell on you? Like you have your spell book out?
Yeah.
I gotta grab it.
No. I try to keep it.
Yeah, you guys can, if you want to contest it however you feel to contest it
Contest athletics
with each other. Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be strength versus strength if you're both doing that.
+0.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think either of you are much on a strength department. This is kind of a funny fight. It's like a slap fight. A wizard and a cleric. The strength's not. You're not a strength build cleric, so.
No.
I actually have to go, but I'll see you guys next week.
All right, Devin. Thank you.
Oh.
Like I said, this is extra time, so thank you for sticking with us as long as you have.
Right, bye.
God
Good night.
Okay.
I got it. I grab it and I immediately look at it. What is she looking at? What is she about to do?
The spell animate dead.
Where did you learn to do this? Is that what you were asking me? To see if I knew something about this undead ritual?
Natasha is quiet for a bit.
I toss it into the snow, angrily.
Oof.
How could you do this? And not tell anyone you come and dig up Trex's grave! You burn his body! I preserved it for a reason!
And I thank you for preserving his body. But it is the opposite of what I need.
Well, I hope it's worth it. And I leave.
Oof. The drama. The drama.
Natasha also hasn't run this through any of the rest of the party.
Not at all.
Nope.
So, it's gonna be
We're
an
gonna find
interesting
out. We're gonna find out in the
conversation.
morning.
And I think this is a good place to stop. Nice cliffhanger here. I would say to prepare for next session. I don't know if are you gonna nap out here, Natasha? Are you gonna freeze out here because you have nothing to stay out here with?
I have a fire.
You're remember, this wasn't that far from your father's home because this was right by the speaker's house and everything. So your father's house would be literally like right down here. So you can just go back to the home and watch the fire burn from there. But a body, even though he's small, burning it to a skeleton, it's pretty much going to take all night. It's not going to like burn in like an hour. And you'd have to come out every so often and feed some like wood or stuff to it to keep the fire going.
All right.
So I would say you might have to take a level of exhaustion to tend to this fire all night, because it's already midnight, unless you sleep extremely later than everybody else.
Gonna be bad because I'm gonna need to make some rolls after the funny fire is finished.
Yep. So we will leave it with that.
Will I get the exhaustion before or after the things I want to do with the
then it would be the next day.
Okay, then I'll take the exhaustion. As long as I get to do what I want to do before I get the exhaustion.
Yeah. If you want to do that all tonight, I mean, some DMs put the exhaustion on immediately, but to me, it's like you don't get that until you've missed your 8 hours of sleep, and you won't miss your 8 hours of sleep until the next morning. You got up this morning at like 8 a.m. or something like that. So 8 a.m. tomorrow morning is when the exhaustion would kick in, because it would be 24 hours that you've been awake. So, and that's about 8 hours. So I would gather, with him being a small creature and already desiccated, overnight burning would do it. You just have to, I wouldn't suggest Natasha stay outside, because, you can go to the house for a little bit, watch the fire. If you see it going low, you can come back out, add some fuel to it, some wood or whatever, and keep it going. And then by the next morning, it'd be done. Then you would have your exhaustion, and then you could do whatever you need to do before the morning. You already attuned and everything, so you don't need it. It's just a spell cast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you could do that literally right before your exhaustion would set it. So like 7:30 in the morning, for example. And do that, and then success or fail, whatever it is, then you'd be having exhaustion, and then you can meet up with everybody else, and that's where we'll pick it up next week.
Oy. This is drama.
Yeah, lots of drama. For those of you watching this, it's kind of a weird session. I got here late, an hour late, so it was only supposed to be a 2-hour session, and we extended it almost into a full 3-hour session. Amaranth wasn't here. Warden left a little bit earlier because they were already extended and past our normal time. Same thing with Devin. So it's kind of a weird session, but a packed session. A lot happened here.
A lot.
In this one. Yeah, a lot happened here. For the video, we'll say thank you for joining us. And until next time, so say we all.